Hello YouTube, this is Lone Pantheist. Um, I want to talk today about a subject, and it's kind of late, that's why it's really dark in here, and my light burned out, so excuse the crudity of the video. But there's a subject I've been wanting to talk about, two of them actually. That's feminism and Marxism, misunderstandings of feminism and Marxism. I'm probably not going to get a whole lot into Marxism. I want to devote most of this video to feminism because there's a huge misunderstanding. Okay, feminism is about separating sex from gender. Now, these are actually two different concepts, and I'll explain. For those of you who are new to my video, they've just stumbled upon this video and have yet to watch any of my older videos. There is nature. Okay, and there are differences that evolve in nature, which are usually due to a nurture. You nurture something and it evolves into your nature. So even nature nurture thing. Okay, and then there is the subjective interpretations of what these differences mean. This goes for race, gender, nationality, sexual orientation, whatever we believe to be something that this is the quality of this. Isn't and it's not necessarily what you think it is. There's a lot of subjectiveness to that, and a lot of times people have trouble separating things from sex and gender, from supposed skin tone, from skin color and race, from spirituality and religion. These are actually two different separate things entirely. And but today I want to talk about feminism. Okay, if a woman hates a man and she's all for the inequality of men, that is not a feminist. Okay, that is a reverse patriarchal woman. Okay, it's not feminist. Okay, if you believe that that is what feminism is, then you have a misunderstanding of feminism. Now, if you believe that men cannot talk about feminism, you also have a misunderstanding about feminism. Um, the problem is a lot of men seem to, and this tends to be from older men. I've noticed that it's like, where do I hear this definition that women are man haters, that feminists are man haters? And I've come to the realization it's mostly from old men and young women who have no real concept of what feminism really actually entails. Okay, first off, feminism is not destroying Western civilization. Okay, I know more feminists who have babies than I do non-feminists. Okay, Sweden has more feminism than any other country in Europe, and it has one of the highest birth rates. It also has the highest socialized system, which is where Marxism is going to come in a little bit. Okay, now the reason why, as for capitalism and feminism, the problem with capitalism I have is the fact that it expects women to make babies and not get paid for it. Seems counterintuitive to capitalism, but whatever. Yeah, if you believe that taking care of a child is not labor, then you probably are a bigot. That's the most important job. That is the future that they're raising. Okay. Secondly, if you believe that men cannot stay home and take care of a child, and the woman go to work, then you are also not a feminist. Feminism believes that the gender, that in a way, it kind of believes that one should be able to choose their gender role, but at the same time, it wants to completely dissolve the gender roles and just have you have the sex, that's the male and female, and they can choose whatever they want. They can even combine the two. Okay, well, I kind of like the femininity of this, and then the masculinity of that. Okay, as for men, feminism actually does talk about what what patriarchy does to men. I lift weights. I and that is could be partially the programming of the masculinity, but I do believe that now that I recognize it, I still make the choice to do so because that's my choice. But if a woman believes that if you say, well, feminists walk all over nice men, nice guys, that woman's not a feminist. Okay, if you say that women like assholes, then you have, or feminists like assholes, then you have no idea what feminism is. First off, both sexes are attracted to assertiveness. They're attracted to confidence and stuff like that. Both sexes are. Okay, but the problem is we attribute confidence and assertiveness to the asshole men, and we attribute assertiveness as being a male quality. So women are supposed to sit at a bar and just look around and wait for the man to come up there. That is a patriarchy society. That is something that is developed. That is a gender role. Okay. Like I said, you have the nature, and you have the differences within the nature, and then we interpret it. Um, Feminists do recognize the fact that women do get pregnant. They are the ones that have kids. They are the ones that breastfeed. But after that is done, after like about a year, if you believe that a woman is the one that has the sole purpose of raising the kid for the next 17 years, you're definitely not a feminist. Um, you have no concept of what feminism is. A woman can choose to do so, and she should get paid and be insured because of the fact that, say, something happens to her husband or the husband leaves. I grew up in a single parent home. My mother was the one that raised me, and this whole concept is like women are strong and feminist, but when their car breaks down, then all of a sudden they want a man. My mom knew how to fix cars. She knew how to change tires. She's the one that taught me. So yeah, and she had feminine qualities. Okay, but that is so that's a misinterpretation of what it is. It's not saying that there's nothing biologically different from male or female. What they're saying is that the gender roles, the, the most of what we believe to be different, what we believe to be nature, what we believe to be inherent in the society or in this way the society perceives a certain sex is subjective, and it is. Now capitalism does capitalize on this. Okay, you have this is what black people wear, this is what white people wear, this is what we have Christian attire, Muslim attire, we have Hispanic channels, we have uh, boys wear blue and girls wear pink, and if you have daughter first, you cannot give the boy the second one, you cannot give him hand downs. When you're 18, you must leave the house and buy your own house. That is all rules set by capitalism. There's actually no naturalism to that. Um, Also, another misconception of feminists is, like I said, I know more feminists who have children than non-feminists. Heterosexual feminists do not hate men, okay, and nor are they against men being sexually attracted to the other sex because they are as well. What they hate is the fact that when women were put on a pedestal, um, first off, it wasn't women; it was ladies that were put on a pedestal, or ladies. They believe that that any if the woman showed any interest in sex, if the woman showed did anything that was manly, she was like tossed off the pedestal, okay, into the brutal ground below. All right, that's the problem they had. It's not that men, there was actually more women writers than there were men in the past. Or not, they were equal amount, but like I said, we only recognize the males. But the men who write poetry about women, there's nothing wrong with that. They write the beautiness of a woman they find attractive. There's nothing wrong with that. But what feminists have a problem with is the whole pedestal thing because there's so many rules tied to it, specifically nowadays with weight, and that is also something that I'm against. I do tend to find women who are slightly chubby, what some people consider chubby. I do find that to be actually attractive. But our society damn near wants everybody to be anorexic when they go to be models, particularly women, and they want the man to be the masculine and so like that. That is the gender role. Okay, if you're for that, you're not a feminist. Now, Marxism, historically, Marxist societies, there hasn't been a true Marxist society. Now, a lot of people who who have this bad take on communism is due to the fact of the Soviet Union. But what they don't like about communism, what they state that they don't like about communism, instantly, I know that they're not talking about communism. They're talking about totalitarianism. Those are two different things. Totalitarianism is when one party or one person has complete control of everything. That goes for fascist governments who tend to be more nationalistic and even in some cases capitalistic. Marxism states that you have a community rather than a government. You have a community of people, and the conservatives hate both groups, and surprisingly, both groups can actually mend together. Because I consider myself a Marxist. I'm a pantheist as well. I'm surprised that I haven't really looked into feminism because I thought, raw burning they hate men. But you have to think where we hear this from, and it tends to be from older men. People are probably misunderstood about what feminism is. Um, what we traditionally, yeah, I'm going to get back to feminism because, like I said, I want to devote this video mostly to feminism. Um, but what we attribute as man hating, all if you believe all men are inherently rapists, you're not a feminist. That is actually true. You're not a feminist. In fact, you do a disservice to feminism when you are like that. Women don't. When a man goes and two heterosexual people get together, both of them are going to be thinking about sex. Okay, that's just how it is. Now, society does tend to emphasize that men should be thinking about it more than women, and that is something that a feminist could be against. But to believe that men are inherently naturally rapists or even sexist, like almost the nature of their core, then you're not a feminist, okay? Because all that is actually developed by the preconception of society. But anyway, I'm going to talk about this more. This video is probably in bad quality. Like I said, I'm tired. It's really late in the morning. I just woke up and I just was surfing the net, and I've noticed that a lot of people have misconceptions about feminism. I want to talk about this more. Um, please check out my other videos. Like I said, I do talk about race. I'm not exactly for the fact that the white male cannot be hated against, but I do see why. But also, do you consider yourself white if you're a white male? If you're classified as a white male, are you being pushed into a role? Okay, but yeah. So anyway, look up feminism before you make any rash judgments about it, and understand there are radical fringe groups. Like we we tend to radicalize anything that is against the common culture. Islam, we focus on the terrorists. Feminists, we focus on the bra burning, the I hate men type feminists who aren't feminists. They're not. They're reverse patriarchy with females. And with even atheism. We tend to focus on the bad, even though when you look at the core element of anything, it really isn't all that bad. Communism, we focus on the totalitarianism of it, as opposed to what actual Karl Marx meant. And I do think that one should read Karl Marx, Communist Manifesto. I also believe that one should also read Mary Wollstonecraft's Vindication for the Rights of Women. And also, what's interesting is the first science fiction writer was her daughter, Mary Shelley. She wrote Frankenstein. I'm going to try to put these in the links below. Anyway, subscribe if you want future videos. I'm probably going to focus more on feminism and Marxism in some of these videos because I haven't really gotten around to it. I do believe that they're completely compatible with pantheism, and I do believe this is a very important subject. I'm going to try to get my light fixed so it's not going to be so dark. And I'm also looking around to buy a new webcam, so hopefully I'll have better quality videos. Anyway, that is all for today, YouTube. Have a good one.